Hi everybody, Brendan Trask here. I am the untrained intellectual. I'm just a normal dude who's trying to figure out what's true, how to think, how to use my God-given brain, and hopefully we can go through a little thing here and figure that out together. So, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and he was talking to this young lady, and she had a shirt on, something about God, and he asked her, he goes, "Oh, how's your faith? Do you believe in God?" And she looked at him real honest, and she goes, "No, I don't believe in things that I can't see." And I don't blame her one bit. I mean, why should we believe in these things that we can't see? Why should we believe in these things? Let's throw the other four senses out there too, that you can't taste, touch, hear, smell, or see. In other words, things that are not made of matter. Why should we believe in these things? So, let's start off here with something real simple. The elephant. Now, this is not a real elephant, but we can go out in the universe and we can find a real elephant. We can find a material example of the elephant. Hopefully that's not too controversial. The next we have is the mythical unicorn. Now, at some point in the past, humans invented the unicorn. We cannot go out and find a real unicorn. We can't go find the bones of a unicorn, right? Humans invented the unicorn to be a fiction, a useful fiction. They put them in stories and just make use of it because it fills some kind of need that they have. And a lot of people like to put God in this category. They like to put God in the useful fiction category, saying, well, they had some kind of need that they had to fill. And they created this God to fit that need. And that's where they try to put God in. And I'm going to try to explain that that's a category error, right? That's not where the category where God should belong. Now, I want you to think hard about this next one. Where should we put this guy? Where should we put numbers? Now, we can't go physically find a number 3 in the universe somewhere. There's not a physical number 3. There's a whole lot of copies of what 3 is, just like this one. But we can't find a physical number 3. We can't taste it. We can't touch it. Can't smell it. We can't go find a physical number 3. So does that mean that number 3s are just useful fictions that people created? Does that mean that E equals MC squared is just like some kind of creation that just happens to line up? Or do number 3s really exist? Well, I'm going to argue that number 3s have existed long before the universe existed, if that makes sense. Not really, since, time was created as well. But number 3s have existed before humans discovered them, and number 3s will exist after humans are gone, right? Number 3s exist outside of space and time. They're not material existence. We can make copies of them just like we can make a copy of an elephant, but we can't go find a physical number 3. And if you want to disregard that, you have to say that number 3s are useful fictions, like unicorns. And you have to say you base your entire life and thought process off of useful fictions, like unicorns. If you say science is the only way we can find answers, you have to do science without numbers. You have to try to come up with a worldview that makes sense without things outside of space-time, without things that you can taste, touch, smell, hear, see. You have to decide how you're going to live your life without basing things on something as easy as a number. Otherwise, you're just as bad as those people who believe in God. Can't let that happen. Thanks, everybody.